Hey everyone, today we're counting down the absolute best RPGs you can play on your Nintendo Switch right now. These aren't just good games, these are masterpieces that earned perfect scores for a reason. Whether you're into deep stories, tactical combat, or massive open worlds, this list has something incredible for you. Let's jump right in. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. Imagine a game that blends a mind-bending sci-fi story with mech combat, and you've got 13 Sentinels. You follow 13 different characters across multiple time periods, slowly piecing together how their stories connect in this mystery about mechs, time travel, and an alien invasion. The gameplay splits into two parts: adventure segments, where you explore and make choices that unlock story branches, and real-time strategy battles, where you pilot giant robots defending against massive enemy waves. The combat is surprisingly deep, with different mech types, upgrades, and tactical positioning, while the narrative side keeps you hooked with its puzzle box structure. Every revelation changes how you see the entire story, and figuring out how everything connects is incredibly satisfying. The art style is gorgeous, with hand-drawn characters and detailed environments.
Did I get it? Enemy down. They ought to be used to fights by now. I'll try.
Persona 4 Golden drops you into a small Japanese town where you're investigating a series of murders connected to a mysterious TV world. During the day, you're living a normal high school life, hanging out with friends, studying, and building relationships. At night, you dive into twisted dungeons inside the TV to rescue victims and fight shadows, using personas, which are basically manifestations of your inner self. The social sim aspects aren't just filler, they directly impact your combat strength and unlock new abilities. Building bonds with your party members reveals their personal struggles and character growth, making you genuinely care about them. The dungeon crawling has that classic turn-based combat, where exploiting enemy weaknesses gives you extra turns, creating this satisfying rhythm. You're managing your time between social activities, dungeon exploration, and stat building, which sounds stressful but becomes addictive. The murder mystery keeps you guessing with red herrings and plot twists, while the cast is easily one of the most lovable in gaming.
It's down! All right! Out of our way!
Chained Echoes is a love letter to classic 16-bit RPGs, but with modern design that fixes all the old frustrations. You're following a group of heroes caught in a war between three kingdoms, piloting mechs and fighting on foot across a beautifully crafted pixel art world. The combat system uses a reward system, where certain actions raise or lower your party's power level, encouraging you to mix up your tactics instead of spamming the same moves. There's no random encounters or grinding, every fight is handcrafted and placed thoughtfully, respecting your time. The mech battles integrate seamlessly with regular combat, giving you these awesome large-scale fights without breaking the game's flow. Character progression lets you customize skill loadouts and upgrade your gear with materials you find exploring. The story tackles themes of war, revenge, and redemption without being preachy, featuring morally gray characters making tough choices. Trails in the Sky starts small, but builds into something massive. You play as Estelle and Joshua, two young gracers, basically adventurers for hire, traveling their country, taking on odd jobs, while searching for their missing father. The combat is tactical turn-based on a grid, where positioning matters, with a timeline showing turn order you can manipulate through abilities. Magic comes from equipping different quartz combinations, letting you customize each character's spells and stats. What sets this apart is the world building. Every NPC has dialogue that changes as the story progresses, making towns feel genuinely alive. The main plot seems straightforward at first, but slowly reveals layers of political intrigue and mysterious organizations working in the shadows. Character development is phenomenal, especially watching Estelle grow from an impulsive hothead into a capable bracer. The pacing is deliberate, taking time to let you soak in each region's culture and problems. Three Houses gives you command of students at a military academy divided into 3 houses, each representing different nations with their own ideals and future leaders. You choose which house to lead and spend the first half teaching them, building their skills, and strengthening bonds through monastery life and battles. The tactical combat is classic Fire Emblem: permadeath, weapon triangle, positioning on grid-based maps where one wrong move can cost you a character forever. The teaching mechanics let you shape your students' classes and abilities, turning them into the units you need. Then halfway through, a massive time skip happens and war breaks out, forcing you to fight against the houses you didn't choose. This is where it gets emotionally brutal because you've bonded with all these characters, and now you're killing students from other houses who have their own valid reasons for fighting. Each route tells a completely different story, with unique maps and revelations about the world's history.
Is that all? Fighting is what I do.
I am
Octopath Traveler II follows 8 different protagonists, each with their own story, abilities, and starting location in a beautifully rendered HD 2D world. You can tackle these stories in any order, building your party as you recruit new travelers. Each character has unique path actions, like the hunter can capture monsters to summon in battle, the merchant can buy information, and the thief can steal items from NPCs. Combat uses a boost system and break mechanic, where you exploit enemy weaknesses to shatter their defenses, then unleash boosted attacks for massive damage. The job system lets you combine primary and secondary classes, creating powerful synergies and customized builds. What makes the sequel better is how the stories actually intersect during crossed paths chapters, giving meaningful party interactions. Day and night cycles change NPC schedules and available quests. Boss fights are legitimately challenging, requiring strategy and proper preparation.
Prepare yourself. My blade sings.
Unicorn Overlord is a grand strategy RPG where you're leading a liberation army to reclaim your kingdom from an evil empire. You deploy units across large maps in real time, but when they clash, combat plays out automatically based on tactics you've set beforehand. The genius is in the preparation, building unit squads, positioning characters within those squads, equipping them, and setting conditional tactics for different scenarios. You might have your cleric heal when HP drops below 50%, or your mage prioritize flying enemies. Between battles, you're liberating towns, recruiting over 60 characters, each with unique classes and abilities. The rapport system builds relationships between units, unlocking support bonuses and story scenes. The strategic layer has you managing resources, fortifying bases, and choosing which territories to attack next. Combat flows beautifully once you understand it, watching your tactics play out as armies collide.
I am your shield.
Tears of the Kingdom takes everything Breath of the Wild did and multiplies it. You're back in Hyrule, but now you can explore sky islands above and depths below, tripling the map size. The new abilities completely change how you approach problems. Ultra Hand lets you attach objects together to build vehicles, bridges, and contraptions limited only by your imagination. Fuse combines weapons with materials, turning a stick and a boulder into a hammer, or adding monster parts for special effects. Ascend lets you swim through ceilings, creating shortcuts everywhere. Recall rewinds object movement, turning enemy projectiles into platforms. These aren't just gimmicks, they're tools that make you think creatively about every shrine, combat encounter, and exploration challenge. The story follows Link trying to find Zelda while dealing with a new threat emerging from beneath Hyrule, with actual dungeons returning. The physics engine handles your crazy contraptions impressively well. Monster Hunter Rise is all about hunting giant monsters, carving their parts, and crafting better gear to hunt even bigger monsters. The loop sounds simple, but it's incredibly addictive. You choose from 14 weapon types, each playing completely differently, from quick dual blades to the massive greatsword to the technical charge blade. Combat is weighty and deliberate, every attack committed, so you're learning monster patterns and finding openings. The new wirebug mechanic adds verticality and mobility, letting you zip around environments and pull off silkbind attacks unique to each weapon. You can ride monsters using wyvern riding, turning them against each other in epic kaiju battles. Hunts are structured missions where you track, fight, and either capture or kill your target within a time limit. Progression comes from crafting armor sets with different skills and upgrading weapons down branching paths. There's no traditional story, just an escalating series of challenges. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition drops players into the dense, neon-soaked streets of Night City, a massive open world where technology, ambition, and danger collide. You play as V, a customizable mercenary navigating the city's ruthless criminal underworld while chasing a chance to make a name in a place that rarely forgives mistakes. The RPG systems give you plenty of freedom to shape your playstyle through attributes, perks, and cyberware implants that enhance everything from stealth and hacking to fast-paced gunfights and brutal melee combat. Missions are designed with flexibility in mind, letting you sneak through guarded buildings, manipulate security systems, talk your way through tense situations, or go in with pure firepower. As you explore the city's districts and meet its many characters, the story gradually unfolds around the mysterious presence of Johnny Silverhand, creating a personal journey filled with tough decisions and memorable moments.
Let's say I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh. Happen a lot to you?
Rarely.
Smelling trouble?
Dragon Quest XI's is the ultimate traditional JRPG experience. You're the Luminary, a prophesied hero who discovers he's actually hunted as a Dark One by the very kingdom he was meant to save. The turn-based combat feels classic but refined, letting you see enemies on the field instead of random encounters, and fights move at a great pace with flashy abilities and combination attacks. Your party grows to include memorable characters like the thief Eric, the martial artist Jade, and the overly dramatic mage Sylvando, each bringing unique skills and heartfelt personal stories. The world is massive and gorgeous, whether you play in HD or the retro 2D mode that completely changes the visual style. Progression involves skill trees for each character, where you unlock new abilities and stat boosts, plus a robust crafting system for weapons and armor. The story starts familiar, but takes wild turns, especially after a major twist halfway through that flips everything. Xenoblade Chronicles III. You control Noah and Mio, soldiers from opposing sides who discover they can combine into a powerful being called an Ouroboros, leading them to question everything about their world. The real-time combat looks chaotic, but has crazy depth with positioning, auto attacks, arts, talent arts, chain attacks, and class switching all happening simultaneously. You're managing 6 party members who can change between multiple classes, learning skills from each to create custom builds. The class system is brilliant because anyone can be any role, so you're constantly experimenting with combinations. Exploration is incredible, with massive interconnected regions full of secret areas, tough optional bosses, and side quests that develop the world and characters. The story deals with heavy themes like mortality, war, and the cycle of violence, but balances it with genuine humor and touching character moments.
Sometimes brute force is the answer!
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade delivers a modern JRPG adventure that blends cinematic storytelling with fast, strategic combat. The story follows Cloud Strife, a former elite soldier turned mercenary who becomes entangled with the resistance group Avalanche in their fight against the powerful Shinra Corporation draining the planet's energy. What begins as a simple mission slowly evolves into a deeper journey filled with strong character moments and mysterious forces shaping the world. Gameplay mixes real-time action with tactical decision-making through the ATB system, letting you switch between party members and unleash abilities, spells, and items at the perfect moment. Each character plays differently, encouraging players to adapt their strategy during intense battles. The materia system adds another layer of depth, allowing you to customize magic and skills in creative ways.
Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is an RPG adventure built around pure freedom and discovery. The story begins with Link awakening in a ruined Hyrule, slowly uncovering memories of the past while preparing to face the dark force threatening the kingdom. Instead of guiding players through a strict path, the game encourages exploration in every direction. You can climb nearly any mountain, glide across valleys, or simply follow something interesting on the horizon. Gameplay thrives on experimentation, with physics systems that allow creative solutions during combat and puzzles. Fire spreads through grass, storms interact with metal weapons, and the environment itself becomes a powerful tool. Weapons can break, pushing players to constantly adapt their approach in battles. Shrines scattered across the world offer clever puzzle challenges and upgrades, while massive mechanical divine beasts act as large dungeon-like trials. Every hill, forest, and ruin feels like a secret waiting to be discovered.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Persona 5 Royal delivers a stylish RPG adventure that blends classic turn-based combat with a deep life simulation system. The story follows a transfer student in Tokyo who becomes part of the Phantom Thieves, a group that enters a mysterious alternate world to change the hearts of corrupt adults abusing their power. Their targets appear as surreal palaces shaped by twisted desires, turning each infiltration into a unique dungeon filled with puzzles and enemies. Combat focuses on exploiting weaknesses, allowing extra turns and flashy team attacks that keep battles fast and strategic. Characters summon powerful personas, manifestations of their inner selves, while the protagonist can switch between multiple personas to adapt to any situation. Outside of combat, daily life plays a huge role as you build friendships, improve social skills, and strengthen confidant bonds that unlock new abilities, making every choice feel meaningful throughout the journey.
It's been a while since we last, but this time...
Persona! Go down!
And that is the list. 15 perfect RPGs that prove the Switch is an absolute powerhouse for the genre. Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.